Welcome back. Welcome to a new anime review series. This is my review of the anime Demon Slayer. Yep, an anime that actually aired its first episode earlier this year, but I didn't watch it until just now. Basically, I'm watching the dub for now until I run out of episodes for the series. And the series has something in common with Hunter x Hunter 2011 series. The dub didn't start until after the sub already ended, which is kind of weird. hmm Well, if you look at, let's say, Boruto, subs is going on, but at least it's not like the thing already ended. hmm Now, the thing with this particular series is this. Okay, the manga itself was started back in 2016, so this is a very recent manga. Last time I saw it, they only released 184 chapters. I have only read the first 52 chapters because that's how far the season went, so just read what the season covered. For this particular review, I'm basically going to talk about the first 5 episodes of the series, the final selection arc, which is basically adapting the first 9 chapters in the manga. Yes, 9 chapters. Not bad for 5 episodes. Yep. Now, in the case of what happens in these episodes, like, we can choose to several characters. Like, in the very first episode, we can choose like about 3 characters per se who will become regular characters. The main character, Tanjiro, his sister Nezuko, very beautiful girl, and that's just in the first episode. Yeah, we also get introduced to, where is he? I know he's here. Yeah, Tomokai. He's introduced in the first episode as well. Garitama. He's basically the reason why his voice actor is the reason why I basically started the series. He's voiced by the awesome Johnny Bosch. Yep. As for the main 2 characters of the series, who pretty much throughout the entirety of the series, though they had it where Nezuko was basically absent for certain episodes. In the English dub, Tanjiro is voiced by Zach Alliger. I'm not familiar with this person. And Nezuko was in the first episode, and mostly flashback because she's something else. She's voiced by Abe Tarat. Yep. The plot of the series is this. The whole series is set in an actual real life era of Japan. hmm The full title of the series is Demon Slayer Kamasaku no Yaba. Yeah, that's the full name of the series. Well, commonly referred to as simply Demon Slayer. hmm Yep. And the series is made by Otolobo. Yep. And Aniplex basically is the one who released the license over here. It's possible that Funimation is the dub. It's possible because of the fact that one of the characters is voiced by Bruce Papacook. Yeah, I'll get to his character probably in later review. Yep, the time period this is set in, this is basically set in the Tensho era. hmm Yeah, which is from the early 1900s. Yeah, but the thing is, despite the fact this is supposed to set in the early 1900s, like pre-World War One, well, there are some things basically you don't get a chance to see. This is the Toshi era. You don't. There's some stuff basically seen here, like, okay, now Japan was sort of partially modernized thanks to the Meiji era. They mentioned the Meiji era in the 4th episode of the series, and that's when they first mentioned the era they're in. The way this area looks, it kind of looks like feudal Japan. That's what it looks like to me. Episode starts off with the main character Jiro basically sewing charcoal. Yep, it's a very nice opening. And I gotta say, the animation for this series is freaking gorgeous. It is so really, really good. It seems as though that the people who made this series actually took their freaking time with it. So he goes out to charcoal in a nearby town. Yep. And in the first episode, you get to his mother, his brother. Actually, he has 2 younger brothers and a sister. Yep. And here's kind of the thing: with the exception of here, the rest of the characters don't see ever again. Well, there's a good reason for that. So he goes off, and this is just in the first episode. He goes up, sells all this stuff. Then, of course, he sells some other stuff with the town. Gets late, so he decided to stop at a person he knows because, well, they allegedly have the stupid, oh yeah, demons come out at night, so have to spend the night indoors. Okay. Despite the fact he can probably make it back to his house perfectly fine. But no, the guy insisted on it. So, has some dinner with him, spent the night, went home, came home to a freaking massacre. Yep. With the exception of his sister, his whole family was massacred. Yep. The sister was turned into a demon, though she was able to retain her, let's just say, her human instincts and to recognize the fact that Tajiro is a brother and basically not to be eaten. Yeah, the thing with demons in this series is that apparently they eat humans, and this is also the thing. They reveal this in the second episode of the series that apparently demons can be killed by freaking sunlight. Well, they kill by two ways. Yeah, it's explained that you can kill them two ways: either by beheading them with special swords, or let them burn to a freaking crisp. I'm like, what? Are these demons basically partially inspired by freaking vampires? Yes, as far as I can tell, other demons don't technically do this. I've seen other series where demons actually operate in the spotlight, in the sunlight. Excuse me. Yeah, it was in the series Inuyasha. Of course, I'll talk about Inuyasha in some other time, but that's a series where, yeah, demons actually operate during daytime. Not the case in this series. Demons operate at night. And, of course, because Nejo's demon, she has to basically stay out of sunlight. So, basically, after the whole massacre happened, after he had to stop a demon slayer from killing his own sister, and she's able to basically see the fact, yeah, that he's able to, she's able to recognize the fact that she's protecting her brother, despite the fact she's a demon. Because apparently it's explained, when a person becomes demon, they actually kill their own family. Okay. Excuse me. So after Tojo battling the demon slayer, he gets sort of knocked unconscious, and Nejo gets a bamboo stick put in her mouth, basically as a muzzle. And this has basically become her symbol for pretty much the majority of the series. Yeah, for the last images I've seen this character, she's only seen wearing with this particular muzzle in her mouth, and she wears a pink komodo. Tojiro wears a green and black komodo open with like other stuff underneath it. It basically acts like a freaking jacket. So she hides out of the cave until he finds something to transport so they can travel across the country. So she gets himself a basket to put her in, and apparently she has the ability to change her size. Yes, this is never actually explained here. Yeah, they kind of hint at what type of demon she is. They actually don't explore this till later, but I'll get to that in a later review. So they're recommended by Gyro to look for this particular demon slayer who's retired, but he's a trainer, and his name is, and he actually becomes sort of a recurring character. I mean, he's basically integral to the first arc of the series. His name is, he's basically the waterbender. Let's see, his name is, I'm trying to find the guy's name. Okay, here is his name. His name is Sandra Urdaki, I think you pronounce his name. Yeah. Yep. He's basically the one who taught the main character how to use his special water technique. And over the course of episodes 2 and 3, he's pretty much training him to become a demon slayer before he goes to his final selection, this particular survival test. And he's pretty much having him like run across a field. Now he's basically an old man, and he's wondering how the heck can he basically move this fast even though he's old. My personal guess, even though he doesn't say it, probably because of all the endurance he's built over the years as a demon slayer. That's my personal guess, because he has lots of endurance and probably a lot of basic muscle relaxers in his. Basically, he's able to work out like this every day, so that's the reason why he's basically able to do this. Also, when this character shows up, he always wears his mask. As for why he wears the mask and why he doesn't take it off, now the mask is protection, fine. As to why he doesn't take it off, well, the series, where it got to the manga, he never takes this off. Basically, it's his red face with his long nose, like he's freaking Usopp from One Piece. He also teaches him how to use a sword, and of course, he has to run on top of a mountain and basically coming back down while avoiding traps. Yep, and he does this, and then pretty much after he taught him all that, it's like, okay, I have nothing left to teach you, so your next thing you have to do, slice this rock in half. And he spends, like, apparently, since the pilot episode, by the time they actually end episode 3, 2 years had passed by. Yes, 2 years basically had passed by since he started his whole quest. As for how old this kid is, I don't have any idea how old he is currently, because they don't really say. I would say he's probably about, could be about 18, but they never state exactly how old he is in the series. So he basically is able to, excuse me, able to slice the rock thanks to some being taught by a couple former students of Sergio. Yeah, having one basically taught him how to use the sword properly, and the other one pointed out his bad habits. And over the course of 6 months, he's actually over the course of a year, he's able to basically slice the guy's mask off, though he also sliced the rock in half. Yep. And then he goes back down and basically is surprised by it. And then he just. Now, the name of the two kids who actually helped him basically around his age is Sabito and Makamoto. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're the ones basically taught him basically how a little more training. So then he's basically able to go to the final selection, a survival test. And when this thing starts, also before he goes, he's given a fox mask. Yep, a fox mask, which apparently it's really revealed that all the students basically get this. So they participate in the survival test, and there's exactly 20 people who start this, and these are all kids. So their goal: survive and kill all demons. Tojiro kills about 3. Actually, about 4 overall. It's unknown exactly how many people actually are killed over the course of this how many demons are actually in this particular forest area. Before they go in, there are 2 little girls in Komodos with swivel eyes for some reason. Yeah, these girls never they don't really explain who these girls are yet. They might explain them later. So basically, they welcome and they all just go in. And of course, he comes across 2 demons who want to feed on him, and he's able to feed him pretty easily thanks to his water bending technique. Then he comes across the hand demon. Yes, this particular thing. And it's revealed in the episode itself this guy is responsible for killing all the other guy's previous students. And thanks to the fact that I actually forgot to mention that he actually has a strong sense of smell. So he's also very good at basically picking up stuff and memory pretty quickly. Excuse me. Also, he's been, since the start of the series, he's been keeping a journal. So he keeps his sister up to exactly what the heck he's doing. Because she cannot speak at all. So basically, she probably has to read all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And also, she's basically, despite she's seen in a lot of the episodes, she's mostly in a coma. Yeah, in the manga, they explain she's in a coma. In the anime, she says, oh yeah, she's sleeping. For 2 years. 2 years of sleeping. Okay? Yep. After he defeats a particular demon, he also gets sort of a last rites to him, along with the other 2 demons he killed. And then he comes across, like, trying to figure out a way to cure the other demon, just want to kill him, instead of answering his questions. He's able to get out. Apparently only 4 people survive. There's a cowardly boy, a very arrogant boy. Now, the name of these characters are, and they appear just in the 5th episode of the series, and these characters are, these are the Demon Slayers. We have Zagensu Aktsuma. They don't mention these people's names. And yeah, he's a very cowardly character. This guy is. He's one with blonde hair. We also have. Let's see. Gaya Sensenawa. Yeah, he's a foul mouth guy. hmm There's a couple others that don't really name who they are. So, the foul mouth guy basically really wants a sword so badly. So, they also gotta measure with the uniform, get the birds. He doesn't want the bird, he just wants the sword because he wants to start killing demons right away. Why? It's not explained until later exactly why the heck he's doing this. So, he basically nearly tries to kill one of the attendants who actually just doing their job. He basically over here, then Tojiro basically comes in and nearly breaks the guy's arm for daring to grab the girl's hair. It does look like he was going to bash her head to the ground. And does he get a thank you for this from the girl? No, nothing. It was like, I'm sure she probably mentally thanked him for protecting her because even he felt this was stupid. That's because he really wants your sword so badly. Like, you're not going to get your sword right away. You have to basically help it get forged. And they say it's going to take 10 to 15 days to forge it. And, of course, get their uniforms. Excuse me. So, they get their measurements off screen, mind you. And after they survive the tournament, they go back, and he goes back home. Takes him a while because he's basically wounded. And he comes back to Tojiro's hut. And he expects Tojiro basically to walk out thanking him. And it's basically, Nanjiro's basically woken up from his former 2-year nap and basically broke the freaking door. Of course, she runs up and gives him a hug because she hasn't seen him in 2 years. And Tojiro basically is so happy with the fact he survived. And he is thankful with the fact that he actually killed that particular demon. Of course, before he left, he mentioned the 2 students of his who helped train him. And he's like, how did you know their name? And here's kind of the strange thing. That question is never followed up with at all. It's like maybe he forgot, possibly. Yeah. Then we have another time skip. Yeah, there's like about few time skips over the course of this particular arc. Yeah, this last one basically is 15 days. And that's when he gets the sword. And he pulls out the sword. Apparently, it's a color changing sword with special abilities. And it turns black. And it's very rare. And, of course, the guy is upset by it. The swordsman basically fortune. He also wears a very weird looking mask. And he wears one of these little bamboo hats, which were very common in basically Asia to wear. For some people to wear them. The hats sort of look like candles and glasses on them. And he gets sort of tangled up with them. And, of course, the episode ends with the question of, like, what type of demon is Nejiro? That's a question for another time. Yeah, that's pretty much the first 5 episodes in a nutshell. I'm enjoying the series so far, and looking forward to more. I'm also looking forward to resuming the manga after finish reading the series. I'll finish watching the series anyways. Now, my next episode for this particular review series, I will cover episodes 6 through 10. Okay? I probably won't have time to do another review tonight. I'll just probably save it for tomorrow. Yeah, I was planning on doing Black Clover, but because of the time, I just don't have time to do Black Clover tonight. So, I'll probably review it tomorrow, along with 7 Deadly Sins. Yeah, I think it's the reason why basically on time, because I was at choir practice over 2 hours. I was out for over the course of a little over 2 hours, so I just don't currently have time right now. Okay? So yeah, this is probably my only video record today. So, tomorrow, basically, expect a review for Black Clover, hopefully Demon Slayer, 7 Deadly Sins, because, well, they released a new episode of the anime, and a novel review, and probably movie, okay? See you next view tomorrow. Bye.